Hello and welcome. We are back with more notable names in Arab American history. Today we are looking at Mr. Jerrier A. Haddad. This is from the National Academy of Engineering. He was the vice president of IBM and was on the National Research Council, was an independent consultant, and part of IBM. So, yeah, let's get a little more in depth here. Jerrier A. Haddad. He was born on July the 17th, 1922, in New York City, New York. Earned a BE from Cornell University in 1945 and is known as being the manager of the development project which resulted in the IBM 701 series. We're talking the era of the big mainframes, big supercomputers. So, yeah. He's one of the early minds when it comes to computers. And this information is from history.computer.org. He was, while at IBM, he was a member of the IBM Engineering Laboratory in Endicott, 1945 to 1946. Member of the IBM Engineering Laboratory in Poughkeepsie, New York, 1946 to 1953. Was an engineering manager for the IBM 701, 1951 to 1953. Manager of the component development in 1953. Manager of the IBM Endicott Engineering Laboratory, 1953 to 1954. Director for Advanced Machine Development, IBM headquarters in New York, 1954 to 1956. General Manager of the Special Engineering Products Division, 1956 to 1958. General Manager of the Advanced System Development Division, 1959 to 1962. Vice President of Development of the Data Systems Division, 1962 to 1963. Vice President of System Engineering Data Processing Division, 1963 to 1964. Director of Engineering, Programming, and Technology, IBM Headquarters, 1964 to 1970. And then IBM Vice President, 1967 to 1981. He was director of the Poughkeepsie Laboratory from 1971 to 1972. Vice President of Development Systems Products Division, 1972 to 1975. Vice President Engineering, Programming, and Technology, 1975 to 77. Vice President of Technical Personnel Development, 1978 to 1981, and retired in 1981. So, yeah. Started all the way at the bottom at the end of World War II and made it all the way up to vice president of the entire company at IBM. Honors and awards. member of the National Academy of Engineering, 1968. Order of the Cedar, a Lebanese Republic, 1970. DSC from Union College, 1971. DSC from Clarkson College in 1978. IEEE Computer Society Pioneer Award, 1984. Fellow of IEEE. So, yeah. He joined IBM's Endicott, New York engineering laboratory in 1945. Served in a number of technical capacities with IBM. Member of the IBM 604 development and headed the IBM 701 engineering team. He has been a general manager, special engineering products and advanced systems development divisions, vice president of the data processing division, data systems division of the system products and technology and engineering in corporate headquarters in 1967. Was elected IBM Vice President for Engineering, Programming, and Technology, a position he held until 1977. At that time, at the time of his retirement in September of 81, he was IBM's Vice President and part of the technical personnel development. He received a BEE degree from Cornell University's College of Engineering, where he was awarded a Macmillan Industrial Scholarship and was an undergraduate teaching assistant. He has served Cornell as a member of its Engineering College Advisory Council and as of the time of this writing, was presently the chairman emeritus. Was a trustee of Clarkson University, trustee of the Webb Institute of Naval Architecture, and former chairman of the board for the Engineering Foundation. The reason I say was, we do find out, yeah, he had passed away in 2017, so. But, he was a member of the National Academy of Engineering and served on its committee as Technology and International Economic and Trade Issues, was chairman of the National Research Council Committee on Education and Utilization of the Engineer, and was a member of the National Research Council Board on Army Science and Technology, the National Research Council Committee on Engineering Personnel Data Needs, and the National Academy of Engineering Education Advisory Board. Was a fellow of both the American Association for the Advancement of Science and the IEEE. He was a member of the IEEE Education Activities Board and their Academy Committee. Was a member of their Committee on Continuing Education and their Publications Board. Was an IEEE appointed member and secretary of the Board of Directors of the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology. Received an honorary Doctor of Science degrees from Union College, Clarkson University, and in 1970 received the Order of the Cedars Medal from the Republic of Lebanon, where his scientific and technical achievements. He is the holder of 18 patents for inventions in the computer and electronics field, and has written and lectured extensively on engineering, scientific, and educational topics. So yeah, Jerrier A. Haddad. Let's get into a little more of who he is as an individual. Was born in New York City to a family of Syrian and Lebanese origin. His father was the writer and journalist Abad al-Masih Haddad. He received a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. The son received a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering at Cornell University in 1945 and studied the Advanced Business Management program at Harvard Business School in 1958. He lived in Briarcliff Manor, New York, with a wife and 5 children. So yeah, he's of Syrian and Lebanese origin. Lebanon and Syria. But clearly intelligent, one of the forefathers of computing technology. Yeah, IBM 701 series. Come on, show it. There it is. As you can see, it's one of these big, giant computers. It was also known as the defense calculator. Yeah, was IBM's first commercial scientific computer and its first series production mainframe computer. So yeah, like I said, we're talking the early days of computing, the big supercomputers and mainframes. But yeah, the 701 series was the first commercial and mass-produced mainframe computer. That IBM 701 would start the IBM 700, 7000 series. So yeah. He co-developed the IBM 604, the world's first mass-produced programmable electronic calculator. Yeah. So, and we're not talking regular size calculators. These were still big computers, but yeah. One of the minds behind the computers that would eventually develop to what we have nowadays. But Jerry Haddad. Because apparently sometimes he was known just as Jerry Haddad. Yeah, see. Jerrier A. Jerry Haddad. Yeah. Married Margaret Van Hamlin. And all together they had 5 children. But born July 17th, 1922, died March 31st, 2017. So it wasn't that long ago he passed either. So 8 years. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting individual to get a look at. Jerrier Haddad. But with that, we'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.